Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the Wednesday, June 10th, 2026 Norfolk County Commission to order. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm now going to read the executive order on remote participation. On March 26th, 2025, Governor Healy signed into law House Bill 62, an act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, which includes a 2-year extension of the option for public bodies to hold remote meetings by suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Sections 18 to 25. That action was effective immediately, extending the current option for remote meetings through June 30th, 2027. We're here today, live and remote, for our regular weekly meeting. I'm going to call the roll. Commissioner Stady.
I'm present, sir.
Commissioner Collins.
Present.
Chair Commissioner Shea is present. If you'll all join me in saluting the flag. Appreciate it. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Welcome to all. And call the roll. We have full roll. Number 3 on your agenda, gentlemen, is our first item.
Wait.
Minutes of the May 13th, 2026 open meeting.
This is no minutes today.
Sorry.
I move to be postponed approval till next week.
Okay. On the postponement, a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, number 2, appointments.
Thank you.
We have the pleasure today of having our chair of the advisory board, Eric Beckerman, from the town of Avon, here to discuss recent Norfolk County Advisory Board meeting and a joint communication that we've been working on. So welcome, Eric. Good afternoon. Nice to see you. And I know that we say this at every advisory board meeting, but we can't thank you enough for your service, particularly having been chair of the advisory board financial committee. So you've been very busy the last couple of years, and we appreciate it. John, do you want to talk about briefly what this is about, and then we'll go there?
Sure. Good afternoon, commissioners. As you said, welcoming Chair of the Advisory Board, Eric Beckerman, in. A few weeks ago, the Register of Deeds released a letter to Norfolk County residents that caught the attention of the Advisory Board members. The Advisory Board chairman contacted the office to help schedule an upcoming pop-up meeting out of cycle. That meeting was held last Wednesday. The chair and the vice chair, who I think might be on the call, saw a majority board dialogue that I think lasted about an hour and a half-ish. Good robust dialogue on one topic. So I believe he's got some information to share with you relative to what their agenda was like in their discussion.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Eric, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. It's good to be here. Thank you for giving me some time today to discuss this. Like the director said, I had some questions from people in the public asking me about this letter that they saw from the Register. I hadn't seen it yet. It was posted. Apparently, it was not sent to the appointing authorities. It was sent to the media. And from what I gather, it was published by the Franklin Observer and the Quincy Sun. I don't know if it hit any other publications or not, but I had a couple of people ask me about it. And I assured them that what the commissioners and what the advisory board is doing is perfectly in line with keeping the residents informed as best as we can, but also that we're the stewards of the county. Basically, we're looking over the finances. That's our job. Our job is to be an advisory board For all intents and purposes, and to kind of make it a little simpler to understand, the way I explain it to people is that we're the finance committee of the county. Essentially, that's what our charter is through Mass General Law. So when I saw this letter, I've been on this committee now for almost 9 years, so I'm going on my 10th year, believe it or not, huh?
That's crazy. I remember when you first started.
Yeah, me too. I
great.
started a week after I got selected on the select board.
Yeah.
I got kind of forced
We
into
saw you coming. We saw you coming.
Yeah.
Line you up.
So I got onto this committee, and I've been very proud to be a member of this committee all along. As you know, there's been a lot of legal issues that have come up in the last few years, mainly with the registrar, and the advisory board has pretty much stayed silent up to this point. When I saw this letter and I saw that the intention, what it seemed like the intention was to kind of drag the advisory board into the entire issue, stating that we were all mismanaging funds, not just the commissioners, but also the advisory board. Obviously, I took offense to that. So I asked the director to set up a meeting of the advisory board, pop-up meeting. Our regular scheduled meeting wasn't until September, I believe. So I convened a meeting. I was not sure how many people I would get. It turns out we had a two-thirds. We had more than a two-thirds majority, so we had a lot of people show up. As you gentlemen know, most of the members of the advisory board have been there for many, many, many years, a lot more years than I have. So we discussed the letter that was sent out by the registrar, and the intention of the meeting was to see if there was a consensus to respond. Now, we have some members who believe that this is a political issue between the commissioners and the registrar, and really shouldn't be involved with the advisory board at all. I kind of disagree with that myself, and I stated this during our meeting as well, is that once the advisory board was named as a defendant and subpoenas were sent to each of us individually, we were basically dragged into the whole issue. So because of that, we've stayed silent, because we don't know, anytime we get any communication from the register, the first thing we have to do is go to legal and say, is this something we should respond to? In this situation, I thought this was inflammatory enough for us to get together and say, okay, what's the general consensus? Should we respond? That was really the main question. The vote at the end of the meeting, there was some dissension. It wasn't a unanimous vote. It was close to unanimous. I'll say that. We had, I think, a 75% quorum. I think there was only like 3% that were dissent. There were some different matters of opinion. One was that the letter shouldn't come from the advisory board; it should come from the commissioners, with the advisory board as a co-signer. Other people think that there was one person in particular who thinks that we maybe shouldn't respond at all because it's political. And again, I disagree with that. And the advisory board took a vote to respond. So with the help of the director, we drafted a letter. We've sent that letter to all of the members of the advisory board asking for their comments by this Friday. So far, we've had no comments as far as a change to the letter. We've had comments, but not in context of the letter. So the advisory board members will have a chance by this Friday to send in any comments they may have or changes they may have. And then at that point, I'll work with the director to come up with a final version. We'll have to reconvene the advisory board to approve that letter before any would go forward from there. So I guess my point today,
And the members know that.
and the members know that as well. So my point today was really to kind of throw it out there that, we do have some members of our committee that believe the letter should come from the commissioners, and then co-signed by us. The draft we have, I think, is pretty bipartisan. I don't think there's any, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a combined letter. It does feel like it's coming from both sides, from the commissioners and the advisory board. The signatory on it would be Chairman Shea, myself, and the director. So I guess my point for coming here today was to get your support and just so you understand where the advisory board is going with this. It's just been a long time coming There's a lot of questions to the finances. You know, there's a lot of information in the letter from the registrar that was dated May 21st that I believe is well, I'll say misleading. I won't say it's false, because if you don't know the whole story, it's hard to comment. So when somebody throws something out there, but it's out of context, there's no way to defend it. So this letter that we're proposing hits on the individual points that the register tried to make and provides a response. Now, one thing I just want to make clear is that this is not going to the public. The vote was to send this to the appointing authorities, not to the general public. So we're not getting into a mudslinging fest with anybody. We want to make it clear to our 28 communities that the management of the funds that they're providing is being handled properly. And that's why we decided to take this vote and go with the appointing authorities only. Then the appointing authorities can do with it, if they want to disseminate that out to the public, that's perfectly fine with them. Obviously, it's a public document. But that was the vote of the board. We had no intention of actually going out to the general public. It's not like we were going to call up the Patriot Ledger and say we need to publish this. We're staying away from that. The vote we took was to produce a letter, send it to the appointing authorities of all 28 towns, all 28 communities. So with that, I mean, I don't have really much else to say. I just want to be clear that we're looking for your support, the commissioner's support, to send out this letter again to the appointing authorities to let them know that their funds are being managed properly. So thank you, Mr. Chair. I will ask, if you don't mind, through you, Mr. Chair, if the vice chair, Mr. Fitzgerald, is on.
Fitzpatrick, yeah.
Fitzpatrick, I'm sorry. Rick, do you have any further comments?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Eric, I think you capsulized it very well, very distinctly. I think, again, my approach when I first read the letter was sort of similar to what his reaction was. And my emphasis in the meeting when I spoke was that, as Eric pointed out, I think it's important for the appointing authority for the members of the advisory board to be put on notice as to what our reaction was to the letter. I actually had an opportunity to reach out. I tried to get to Mayor Koch of the city of Quincy. Unfortunately, he wasn't available, but I did speak to his executive secretary and explain to him in very quick summary form, what we were attempting to do, and he was on board 100%. He spoke for the mayor, and that he didn't see that the mayor would have any issue with us reacting to the register's comments in the Quincy Sun. And I think Eric kind of touched upon some of the reactions of individuals, and there were very good points made by the group in general, not 100%, but for the most part, the comments and the concerns were very, very relative to the issue. Are we getting into a situation here where we're putting ourselves in a position of, being party to a lot of reaction from the register? I mean, we can't say enough about, what the commissioners have endured, what the county director himself has endured. I've spoken to John on a couple of occasions, to see what his personal reaction, and I got to raise my hand to him, to the fact that he's, he's been very steadfast and, in dealing with this issue. If it was me, I don't know if I'd be so calm about it, but no, that's credit to his personality and his experience. But no, I think at the end of the day, the letter is a good letter. There was one member of the board that really had quite a bit of respect for John Cronin as a director. and he really felt that if John Cronin was any part and parcel of any editor of the document, that he would be fine with it. So I don't see anything more that can be said, quite honestly. So respectfully, thank you, County Commissioners, for your time.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
And if I may just add, just to kind of build on what Rick said, the faith we have in the county director is paramount. I mean, we know he's doing a great job. Bill's doing a great job. You guys are doing a great job. We don't have any issues with things that are going on. There are some people on the committee that seem to have something in their bra. And I don't know if that's politically charged, if it's legally charged, I don't know. But the bottom line is that I would say probably 98% of the advisory board has complete faith in the director, as I do. So, and that's all I'll say. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Eric. Okay. Commissioners, any comments? We're going one more week here on content of it.
Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Yeah, sure.
for you, of course.
Commissioner,
Again, I want to
Hey.
echo what we're saying. Thank you for your service. And you've come a long way, my friend. And
You're the first guy I met.
I know that. Hopefully it rubbed out the right way.
It did.
But I wanted to wonder if I could, on the draft of this letter, and I'm not being picky, but on question 2 or comment 2 concerning legal, I wonder if there was any opportunity or if it's appropriate to talk about the fact that the number might encompass more than just the lawsuit. We have other things that we handle, and I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Well,
So I wasn't sure, and I know Mr. Cronin might have sent me an answer. My computer has had severe problems. I'm going to get that straightened out tomorrow. So I was just wondering if that is the figure for the lawsuit or in actions with him, or did we also include in there? Because we have a lot going on. We have
absolutely.
we have labor negotiations, we have contract negotiations. So like any town, like any community,
Mhm.
there's legal expenses. So I didn't know if we would take a second look at that before it goes out. That's all I'm asking.
Well, one thing I
This
just
is
want,
all my
if I can comment,
sure.
through you, Mr. Chair.
We're
you know-
being recorded, but everything's on the tape.
One of the things that really kind of hits me hard with this stuff, especially with the legal stuff, is and you know, I don't know the exact dates, but for the longest time, the advisory board didn't have a legal budget. We had a zero, but we had a line, but we had zero. We never needed it. The only time we had to put money in there is when we were sued by the register. So people who make a lot of comments about, why are we spending public funds to defend? Well, the register started that process back when he first brought the lawsuits using public funds to sue the county. Now we have to be on the defensive. So as far as the number is concerned, I can't answer that question. I don't know if I'm assuming that number is all encompassing
Okay.
to make it look bigger. How much we're spending on just the lawsuits, that I don't know.
Right.
That's
That's why I didn't know if we wanted to. I don't think the verbiage reflected that. And if you're sending it to the select boards and mayors who do this, on a regular basis, it might be nice to include that if it's accurate that this includes other legal
Yeah,
activities.
it's all legal.
So
It's all
that's
legal.
not reflected
Okay.
in that letter.
That's a comment
That's all
that's a
I'm
change. Yeah, that's a change
Might
we
be-
can make. Say that the
We
number.
can add that to the feedback. Currently, I think you mentioned this, but the chair asked for the feedback from the advisory board to be completed by this Friday.
Okay.
So we can add that to the
Okay.
something Luki and
That
his
is not-
We
executive.
can put a line in there saying that amount is all encompassing of all legal costs of the county, not just for
That's fine.
for the lawsuits
Yeah.
that have been brought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay with that.
Thank you. Otherwise, good. Thank you, Barry. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Collins.
Sure, Eric, I want to thank both you and Rick for your leadership, not just in this issue, but over the many years with the advisory board. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just lay this out for me one more time. We're going to go forward, no question. We take a vote to go forward.
So
If
I
it's
would,
needed, I'd take it anyway.
yeah,
Just
I'd recommend that the commissioners take it under advisement at this time. The final draft won't be known until the advisory board chair and his team kind of call together any edits. And I think at that point, his board will have a vote, and then we'll bring it to the commissioners for a vote and get it out.
Okay.
All right, so probably in the next week or so.
Okay.
So-
Sound about right?
Yeah, I'm figuring that if we ask for edits by Friday, I don't know if I'll be able to get a meeting by next week, but sometime within the next 2 weeks,
Okay.
we'll have.
I think if we get it out before July 4th, would be good.
Oh, I want to get it
Let's
out.
get it out.
Okay, why don't we say that, because the
Because we
summer's
get
a little different.
Yeah.
And July 4th is just right around the corner.
It's not too
Yeah,
far
sure.
away. So in a couple of weeks.
All right, so maybe we'll talk today or tomorrow
Okay.
about working something out
Oh,
either next week or the following.
Yeah, we can definitely help you with that.
Okay. Thank you, Eric.
Okay, I'd like a little notice, I'd like a little vote to take this under advisement, that's all. And then the affirmation vote we'll take when we're ready to go. With
Move that we take
on
the
July 4th. yeah.
item 4 under advisement.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're gonna take this under advisement with the intention of completing it before July 4th. Thank you, Eric.
Eric, thanks for
Thank you
coming.
very much. Well, I'm not gonna leave yet. I'm gonna stick around for a little while if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't get over here too
Really?
often. So,
You're a glutton.
hey, I don't get over here too often, so I want to hear what you guys
You
are
may have
doing.
to not sit there.
Number 5,
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
each week in our meeting, we have public comment.
No.
It's an agenda
I
item.
was thinking about something else.
Now is the time for anyone out in Zoom land, so to speak, or in presence to come in, and say hello, and take any public comment under advisory. In the end, under advisement. Okay, that's the right word. Okay. Director Cronin, have you been contacted by anyone who's interested in direct
No, sir.
public comment? Last call for public comment. Seeing none, I'm going to move on to number 6. Old business, we have none. Number 7, personnel matters for consideration. Commissioner State.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move the following for approval today. Thank you. First, for approval at the Walton Recreational Facility, move approval of notice of contingent employment for Brendan Hunt as a seasonal golf associate at the rate stated, effective date 6/11/26. So moved.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next,
Second, I move approval of notice of contingent employment for Jack.
Franciscini.
You got it, Francisini, Pedani, as seasonal golf associate at the rate stated, effective 6/11/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. At the agricultural school, we have
Right.
2.
2, I move approval of an address change for Jane Engel. I thought we had that last week. I could have swore we did, but maybe she moved again. I move approval of the address change for Jane Engel for 183-day instructor, effective 6/3/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Yes,
And
sir.
last one, move approval of notice of contingent employment for Kayleen McLaughlin as a student labor garden at the garden, and the effective date for Kayleen is 6/15/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a
That
vote.
concludes that, Mr. Chairman. Item 7 is finished.
Thank you very much. Payroll and expense warrants for approval.
Mr. Chairman, if you wish, I move approval of the warrant list. There are 5 items. First one, move approval of 26-49 payroll of the county. The sum $152,476.11. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is approved.
Second, I move approval payroll of the school. 26-49, parentheses 25. The sum $426,059.47. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Right.
It is approved. Next,
A small item payroll, I move approval another one payroll of the county 26-50.1, and it is for the sum amount of $395.66. So moved.
Second.
number 8, which is a trial balance.
No.
8, okay. Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
I got 2 more to go.
Approves the April
Yeah, we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. 2 more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we're not done. The expense, there's 5 altogether. Fourth one, expense for the county. This is 06/02/26. The expense for the county sum is $109,196.43. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
And the last one, I move approval of expense for the school, dash 26-12, the sum $268,397.79. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor? It is a
Aye.
vote.
Now, that item concludes the warrant. We are completed.
8, 9, done. Number 10. Civic race request.
No, Mr. Chairman?
Number 9.
No, we gotta do number 9, sir. The trial balance.
I'm sorry. I
That's
know
okay.
I am
No, you were
hung up on the trial balance. Number
No,
9,
let's get this
April
trial
26th, trial balance for acceptance.
balance. All right.
It's in your packet.
Any questions, Peter?
No questions.
Want me to move it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, real quick,
Oh,
very quick.
Director Cronin.
After much discussion, the new deputy treasurer took under advisement the need to improve the layout, of the trial balance. This is the new Commissioner Richard Stady layout. Eye friendly and easy to read.
it really
I want
is.
to thank Robert.
I
Thank Robert Fontaine.
Listen,
for cracking the code.
thank you publicly and most certainly because that's so much easier to read here. Thank you. It was testing the eyes.
Let me look at this.
Allegedly, it's still 2020. I don't know. But in any event, we don't move to approve. We move to accept.
That's right.
Accept.
Correct. That's right. I've got
Thank
this. I think that's 6 years I got it right this time. We're always learning. So I move to accept the trial balance dated 4/30/26 in the sum of 32,886. No, 32,886,657.04. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
That's the April 30th trial
Right.
balance. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving right along.
I knew what you said about that. I love it.
Thanks, Alex.
Great. It's so much better. Though. You can read it. You know. Good job. All right. What's next? Sorry.
Civic rate request for two tournaments at President's Golf Course. Scholarship tournament for the Quincy and North Quincy High School boys and girls hockey is the first one.
Yeah.
We received correspondence from on both of these. The dates are set. They're very nearby, so we need some approval. It's a long-time group. Used to be two groups, now it's one. And then I think one of our very longest, since its inception in the 70s, Quincy Youth Hockey Organization. We have a request here from Richard Fitzpatrick of Quincy Youth for the annual golf tournament. It's over 50 years old, around 50 years old. Both
I don't see his name.
dates are set by the,
I don't see Richard.
He's not the sponsor. We played.
Oh, you said Richard Fitzpatrick.
wasn't Richard, I'm sorry, he's on the board.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, I have two letters we had to dig out. I guess these letters were kind of lost in the shuffle. What happens in email? I'm going to move approval for the request. The first one is for the Quincy Youth Hockey Organization. It's requested by the administrator, Alicia McPherson, and it's actually for the golf tournament, I guess scheduled today. So we're going to just, retro approve it.
I knew it was fast approaching.
That was like, yeah. We're going
Hey, Rick
to
spoke to me. Rick spoke to me
they'll
last
get
week.
billed. They'll get billed at the charity rate. So I'll move that first. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded
That's
on
funny.
approval of Quincy Youth Hockey Civic Parade. All in favor?
All right. The second one is for what's the group here? I'm trying to figure it out. You're trying about Rich.
Quincy and North Quincy High School boys and girls.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Thank you. Cue all these letters here. Quincy, North Quincy Hockey Hall of Fame, and for the William Hutchinson Scholarship Fund. I got it. And it's been sent by Dennis Bertoni, and he references Mr. Joe Shea has been a friend and a good supporter of them. So obviously we want to help them out. And their tournament's not till September, but I will approve of the charity. As requested.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye on the Quincy Youth Hockey.
That takes care
No,
of
I'm
golf.
sorry, Quincy North Hockey
Yeah,
Hall. of Fame.
right.
It's not a golf tournament. But I guess they're having the dinner there. And maybe, it is a golf. Okay. That completes that. Moving right along. Business season. Number 11, report from the procurement department. Bid openings and contract awards. Maureen, good afternoon.
Hello.
Come on in and say hello. I think we have a contract for Habib Associates.
Yes, sir. We have contracted with them, hopefully, I've reviewed it with them
It's floating around here. I
Yes.
signed something. Okay.
for, to install a VMS system at the Brookline District Courthouse. As they did at Dedham District.
And we're all ready to go.
Yes, we'll get their we'll have to go out to bid for that, but they'll perform construction oversight, etc.
Motion made and seconded.
You
I didn't make a
you wanna-
motion.
you wanna make the
I had a
motion?
question. I'm not making a motion yet. How soon will these people be installing the system?
The bid documents, they guarantee they can get us like within a month, the drawings and the documents to go out to
Okay.
bid. But have that done first and
And
then,
so last week we had our maintenance director here. And
right,
he talked about this. Peter
Yes.
wasn't here.
Mhm.
But he talked about the system. He said there could be another one at Stoughton. What I want to know is how soon Stoughton be getting online?
I don't know the timeline on that.
Can you find out?
Have
It's
to
at
look
least a
at
year,
The
Commissioner.
next
Really?
budget.
We're likely going to pulse these one at a time due
Yeah.
to the projected cost. The Dedham District Court project was just under $1 million. And so the value that we expect for the other districts will be similar. Brookline is deemed to be most in need, Stoughton following that. So more
Okay.
than likely, a year from now, we'll be doing Stoughton.
Okay, so it's based upon the more critical need.
That's right.
Because I wonder why Stoughton was pushed back. But that
No,
was the reason.
The facility directors put them in order of priority of need.
Okay, all right. That was my question. All right. Sounds good. So now you would like a motion to contract with Habib Associates?
Yes, please.
I'll move
Proceed.
right to proceed to the contract with Habib Associates for the Brookline Courthouse for the new BMS as outlined at the rate stated in the document. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Second portion today is a contract for Clifton Larson and Allen to provide accounting resources to the treasurer's office. It's a brief contract, both in time and in money. It's something we gotta get done in a month.
You want these? Okay, I'm sorry. Now this is for the what service?
Additional accounting services to the, back up to the treasurer's office.
Does this have to do with APA or is it something else?
No.
No.
Nope, these are auxiliary auditing accounting services from CLA to help the new treasurer clean up FY25 and FY26 books.
Okay, great. Great.
This
There's
is
money in the budget, right? For this?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
at the request of the assistant treasurer, Bobby.
All right, I move approval, Clifton Larson, they do a great job. Provide the auditing services and for the fee stated, is outlined in the documents presented. All right, so moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Is a vote. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Madam
I'll do
Director.
this for a second. Any deeds?
Yes.
Yeah. Fine. God bless you.
Oh, killing me.
God bless you.
Personnel Director, report, I'm sorry, she's done. Report of the county director.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few
Director
items. Briefly, the commissioners have a meeting this evening at the agricultural school. The board of trustees will convene at 6 p.m. A reminder to department heads as we approach FY26 close, all transfers are due to fill Ian Tosca by June 15th. Reserve list requests are due to Maureen McCune by June 24th. A reminder, next Friday is a holiday in the Commonwealth. Juneteenth holiday will be observed on Friday. Bids on the parking lot across the street. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. I know many of us park over there, are due on June 17th, a week from today. The project has been studied and evaluated. We're waiting for vendors to now give us their projected costs for that project. If all goes well, we expect the work to be done this summer. More information on that after we award the contract. And then finally, the FY27 budget will be loaded in late June. Our finance team, working with the deputy treasurer, will be preparing the tables and getting them ready for departments to begin doing their business for FY27 goods and services. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all I have at this time.
Any questions of the county director?
Thank you.
Did you say next summer on the parking lot?
This summer.
No, this summer.
This summer. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not
I thought it was next.
Yeah.
And
Can't be. It has to be this summer. It doesn't have another winter in it.
as I walk through the potholes every Wednesday for sure, uh, I think about it and I notice all the lines. I mean, I can get a good price because
Yeah.
time well overdue.
Agreed.
Okay. Anything else? No. Okay, we have executive session coming up. It takes a motion to go into executive session.
I want to make a motion, Joe.
Yeah, and I at the end, we should say that we will only be returning for purposes of adjournment. So if anyone's observing, they'll leave, but there's no reason to come back.
Okay. All right, great. I'll make a motion to go into executive session pursuant to Master Law, Chapter 38, Section 21, subsection A, subsection 1, to discuss reputation, character, physical condition, and mental health, rather than professional competence of an individual, or to discuss the discipline or dismissal of, or complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual. And another reason to go into executive session is to go into executive session pursuant to Master Law, Chapter 38, Section 21, subsection A, subsection 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining and litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, and the chair so declares. That's the big motion.
Okay, I'll second that.
Motion made and second. We'll take a roll call vote on going into executive session. Commissioner Stady,
Yes. Oh, yes.
Commissioner McCollum,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea votes yes. We are in executive session, and I'll repeat, we will not be returning except to adjourn, so.
Thank you.
the show. We're back on regular meeting for purposes of adjournment only after our executive session. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Today's
Yeah.
good.
I move we adjourn the commissioners meeting at 3:07.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. We are adjourned. We're going to school board this evening. Thank you.
Right.
We are adjourned.
Okay.